Your brain is on a diet, and every swipe, every click, and the scrolling is all feeding it. But there is a catch. What you consume shapes your mental health. Are you feeding it junk? Doom scrolling, negative headlines, non-stop arguments online. It's everywhere. But have you ever stopped to think about the toll that this constant flood of bad information takes on your mental health, your focus, and even your happiness? Today I'm breaking down why consuming bad information is one of the worst things that you can do for yourself, and more importantly, how you can fight back. Let's get into it. Hey there, YouTube. It's your boy, Matthew. I'm back with another video. So let's unpack this. Constant exposure to bad information doesn't just make you feel down in the moment. It has profound and lasting effects on your mental health, your relationships, even your productivity. Let me explain how. Our brains are survival machines. They're designed to prioritize threats. Back in the day, this kept us alive, spotting a predator, recognizing danger. But in today's world, the brain can't differentiate between an immediate, real-life threat and the constant stream of bad news online. Each headline or angry tweet is like an alarm bell going off in your mind. Over time, this is rewiring your brain to always expect the worst, even in situations that don't warrant it to begin with. You start seeing danger and negativity everywhere. At work, in your relationships, even how you view yourself. This isn't just exhausting, it's damaging your ability to live fully and positively. Now picture this. Your brain is like a sponge, soaking up everything that it's exposed to. But what happens when the sponge is just completely saturated? It can't take in anything else, not even one more drop. That's what happens when you're constantly bombarded with information. Your brain gets overwhelmed and it can't process everything, so it shuts down. You feel stressed, irritable, and mentally drained. This overload leaves no room for creativity, problem solving, or even peace of mind. It's like trying to fill a glass of water that's already overflowing. It's not just ineffective, it's messy and unsustainable. Let me ask you this question. When's the last time that you clicked on a story about something positive happening in the world? Probably not often, right? That's because bad news gets more clicks. There was an old saying, if it bleeds, it leads. The algorithms know this, and they feed you more of what you engage with. This creates a vicious cycle where you're just constantly seeing the worst of humanity. Wars, scandals, disasters, until you start believing that the world is nothing but chaos and cruelty. But here's the truth. Good things are happening every day. They just don't get much airtime. This distorted view doesn't just make you cynical, it also robs you of hope, and that hope is essential for resilience and growth. Every second that you spend doom scrolling is a second that you could have spent building something meaningful, learning a new skill, working on your goals, or spending quality time with people that you care about. But the constant barrage of negative information doesn't just waste time, it steals your focus. After hours of consuming this kind of content, your brain is scattered, jumping from thought to thought without any kind of clarity. It's like trying to run a marathon with a backpack just filled with useless junk. It slows you down and makes everything way harder than it needs to be. Have you ever noticed how spending time with somebody who is angry or upset makes you feel the same way? That's emotional contagion. That same thing that happens online. When you're constantly exposed to negativity, be it outrage, fear, or despair, it seeps deep into your emotional state. Without realizing it, you start to mirror those emotions. That can lead to feelings of hopelessness, irritability, and can even lead to full-blown depression. And the worst part, you may not even know where exactly those feelings are coming from because they've been subtly planted from what you've consumed online. The scary part is most of this happens without you even realizing it. That bad information doesn't just stay on your screen. It seeps into your mind. your habits, and even your relationships. But there is good news. You don't have to stay stuck in this cycle. You have the power to protect your mental health and reshape the way you interact with information. And that's exactly what we'll dive into next. Now that we've explored how a constant diet of negativity can affect your mental health, let's talk solutions. You don't have to unplug completely to protect your mind. Here are 10 practical strategies to clean up your information, diet, and navigate the over-connected social media age. One of the simplest and most effective strategies is setting boundaries. You can use tools like app timers, or you can adjust the screen time settings on your phone to limit the hours that you spend on social media, or even news apps. For example, give yourself a 30-minute daily limit for scrolling. The key here isn't just about limiting the time, but it's also being intentional on how you use that time. Set a purpose every time that you pick up your phone, whether it's to connect, relax, learn, and stick to it. Take control of what you see. Start by unfollowing accounts that don't bring any value to your life. If an account leaves you feeling drained, angry, uninspired, then it doesn't belong in your feed to begin with. Instead, follow creators and organizations that inspire you, educate you, and align with your values, like Matthew does it. Your social media should be a reflection of the life that you want to build, not a source of negativity. For every account that you follow, unfollow one that doesn't serve you anymore. This rule helps to keep your feed balanced and prevents it from becoming overwhelming. Think of it like spring cleaning for your digital space. It's about maintaining quality over quantity. Your brain, it needs time to recharge, just like your phone does. Schedule tech-free hours daily, like during meals, before bed, or first thing in the morning. I've created several videos on how you can use that time in those examples. These unplugged moments, they help you stay present. They strengthen real-life connections, and they give your mind a much-needed break from all of that digital noise. Now, I know that consuming the news is important. However, how you consume it makes all the difference in the world. Try and avoid constantly refreshing your news app or just scrolling through endless headlines. Instead, designate 1 or 2 times daily where you check reputable sources for updates. Treat it like you're having a meal. Consume enough to stay informed and then move on. Mindfulness is a powerful antidote to this information overload. Whether it's meditation, yoga, or simply taking a moment to take some deep breaths, these practices help to ground you in the present moment and help you detach from the constant stream of information. Even just 5 minutes a day can make a huge difference. Find some activities that don't involve your screens. Some examples include reading, painting, gardening, exercising. These hobbies not only provide a mental reset, but they also give you a sense of accomplishment and joy that endless scrolling can't match. When you immerse yourself in something offline, you reconnect with yourself in a meaningful way. Not all information is created equally. Before you react to something or share it, ask yourself, is this source credible? What's the intent behind the content? Does this align with my values? Applying critical thinking helps you filter out bad information and sensationalism, leaving room for content that truly adds value to your life. In a hyper-connected world, real-life relationships often take the back seat. Make it a point to prioritize face-to-face interactions, whether it's calling a friend instead of texting, meeting someone for coffee, or spending some time with family. These moments are far more fulfilling than online exchanges. They'll remind you of what truly matters. Journaling is like a detox for your mind. At the end of each day, take a few minutes to write down your thoughts. Reflect on everything that you've consumed and identify what truly mattered. This practice helps you process emotions, clear mental clutter, and helps you focus on what's important. Over time, you'll notice patterns that help you refine your information diet even further. The truth is, you have more control over your information diet than you think. Implementing even one of these strategies can make a huge difference in how you feel, think, and live your life. Remember, it's not about unplugging entirely, it's about finding balance and feeding your mind with what helps it grow. Your brain is like a garden. What you plant is what grows. Feed it negativity, and that's what you'll harvest. But feed it positivity, inspiration, and wisdom, you'll see your mental health and your life flourish. So here's my challenge for you. Take one of these strategies and start today. Tell me in the comments, what is the first change that you're going to make to clean up your information diet? After you've done that, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, click on that bell notification so that you'll never miss when I upload a video. If you know somebody that this message could resonate with, share the video, spread it far and wide. Let's create a positive ripple out there in the world, and let's build healthier minds together. Until the next one, my friends, stay weird. You made it this far. Why don't you try this out?